Helen did
An Evening With.
An Evening With performance in Manchester, Hope Mill Theatre, and we, the Platt family, went to go and see her.
All of the Platts went to support her,
All
which is
the
really
Platts.
nice. All of the Platts.
All but Ben.
All but me.
He was meant to be there. He was stuck in traffic.
On the motorway.
Yeah.
For 6.5 hours.
Oof.
Tell me what it was like, Jack. An Evening with Helen Worth.
Really good. She was brilliant. Bless her. We met her up before. We went in a dressing room. Me, Tina, Lucy, and Julia.
She was a bit nervous, wasn't she?
She was really
just
nervous,
wanted a bit of
yeah.
support
And I was
before she
like,
went in.
you don't have to be. It's literally, you're going to know all the answers. They're literally
It's
just
about you.
Can I ask, just
Yeah.
as a sort of, like, what does this entail? What is an evening with?
So it's sort of like a chat show. Imagine a guest on a chat show and the presenter being Julie Esmondale, who played Hayley Cropper in Coronation Street 16 years. She was on the sofa type thing and was asking Helen the questions of like...
A life story. type
basically,
thing. Yeah.
it's this is your life type thing.
Anecdotes.
Yeah.
You know.
I suppose, one, it increases the Hope Mill Theatre, you know,
Yeah.
raises money for them. Two, you've got 50 years of national telly and stories. And weirdly, I don't think you get to tell them so much as when you leave. And there's a danger that all those stories sort of go with Helen and never have a chance to, you know, say what it was like at the start and what it's like now. And what it's like having left. You don't really get those interviews very much. So I think it's very good, really.
Was it very much like an intimate, honest, like conversation of
Yeah.
Was there anything that you heard her say
that I didn't know?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in the original cast for Sound of Music.
I didn't know that.
In the West End. Yeah.
Wow.
I think she played the littlest kid.
The
I
smallest
think.
one.
Yeah. And she was 12. I knew she was in Oliver.
Because that's where
Ron
she
Moody
met
one.
Elaine Page.
It
wasn't
is, yeah.
Who's still a friend.
And then
So she was on the stage very early, I think, Helen. Didn't she start? Well, she started stand up at
12. Yeah, she started at 12.
So she was a
yeah.
child performer.
Then
Yeah,
she,
yeah.
I
God,
think
yeah.
she actually left home.
Yeah.
And was then
was in London.
Was in London with a what do they call them?
Chaperone?
Chaperone.
So Helen never went to drama school.
No, she just started.
She went all the way through. And what age did she join Corrie?
Maybe 21, something like that.
She did quite a lot of theatre before Corrie.
She'd had a whole career. She'd had like 9-10 years of a career.
Yeah.
And then joined.
25,
and
24
then
or something.
And at the time, she said she didn't really think it wasn't really building a part up much. She couldn't quite work out whether they were going to keep her or what she was going to be or whatever. And then she got married to Brian.
Yeah.
And then they formed the family. And then she was like, oh, it's becoming more of a thing. Because it's family's really Corrie, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I remember her saying she didn't know for the first few years how it would map out. There was no sense that it would last
For
as long as
50
it
years.
last as long as it did.
Did you get a mention?
Yeah, we got a mention, yeah. Me, Tina, Luce, Julia, yeah, we all did. And Ben, you know, she just, she's very, I think she feels very proud that she was part of it. Do you know what I mean? And she never feels as though she's the star. She always thinks that everyone else was and thanks them for letting her be part of it. Do you know what I mean?
I think what she always had was a sense of approaching everything within that family, didn't she? Whereas we all looked up to her, she approached it as she was part of a family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And she really did speak like that as though we are her kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you miss her?
Yeah.
Like, miss her in the family or miss her as a, like, miss character Gail or miss Helen?
The whole thing.
Like,
the whole thing, yeah. You do, but it has to, the show has to carry on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Type thing.
I think you miss that sense of the scenes have at times that other layer where now I suppose sometimes in the scene I might go to Jack to talk to him about something, whereas maybe in the old days you go and talk to your mum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there were those scenes where something's very, very difficult and you go and talk to Gail about it. Or she would get the sense that she'd know everything.
Is it nice that you have all kind of managed to keep in touch, but the relationship change? So, like, you're not seeing her in a working way. You see her at your wedding. Ben occasionally sees her for dinner.
Yeah.
Like you see her when she comes to this event, and you all went out for a meal, didn't you, that
We
night?
did, yeah. We went out for a meal in Manchester afterwards, which Ben made. He finally got that.
I finally got that. I got there for the
in
meal.
the car park waiting.
Sat there and I suppose the thing was, what I always struck me about Helen, and I think about the Platts in general, there isn't much difference between us eating after her show and what it's like the Platts on set.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly the same.
It's the same vibe.
It's the same family. So what you'd see out, well, you could see that people who were seeing us out in the restaurant, they were seeing the Platt family.
Were having dinner.
We were literally just like, oh yeah, mum's there, brother's there, sister's here.
Sat the way
we were literally a family. And I think for a lot of people, they were probably going, are we? What's going on? Is it a live show?
Yeah.
Imagine what restaurant were you at?
Weirdly enough, we were in the old Granada as well. Because it's Soho House in Manchester, which is on the what used to be the old Granada television.
So imagine if you're in a restaurant, and you just see the entire Platt family having a family meal. Your head would be like, what? Because at first you'd go, it's Gail Platt. Then you'd go, it's David Platt. It's Sarah Platt. It's Nick. It's Bethany. You'd be like, what is going on?
And then we were all talking about what we'd ordered.
And in character.
but just like a family, all across each other. And then we're all having separate conversations and then one big conversation. But it is exactly like it is on set. I think that was the energy, weirdly, that people like to watch. That the energy was a family talking and swapping stories, or they've done this or they've done that. And that was exactly the same when we saw Helen.